Hello everyone, and welcome to another Python video. In this video, we're going to be solving the possible sum in a sorted array problem. So in this problem, we're going to be given a list containing integers in ascending order as an argument of a function and a target value as the other argument of a function. We're going to return true if two numbers add up to a target. We're going to say false otherwise. So in this example, if my array was composed of 1, 3, 5, 8, 12, 13, 12, and our target was 16, we can say that it is true because we can have a variation of 13 and 3 added together to generate and have the total sum of 16. So here's some notes and rules. The list is sorted in ascending order. You may assume that all list arguments will be sorted. There will be no repeated numbers on this argument, so every value would be unique, and your job is to enter true or false. That is a boolean. You don't need to return the pair or the positions, and you can't add the number by itself. So we can't have like 8 plus 8, and you can't have multiple numbers being added. Yeah, you can only have two unique numbers being added. All right. And a little fun fact, this is a question that was once asked in a Google technical interview. So here we go. We have our function. We have set up our testing area. So we have set the testing area as the same array as we had before. We have a target value, and then we're going to be running this function to see if we return true or not. And we're hoping to return true. So let's get started. This is the end of possible sum. Alrighty. So basically, I'm going to be doing a couple things here. What I really want to do is take this number and subtract it from the target. So if I were to do 16 minus 1, that gives me 15. And then from this location onwards, so right here, I want to check if 15 exists. And then if it didn't exist, we take the next number and we do a subtraction and go all the way to the end. If we find it, great, we can return true. If we don't find it, we're going to return false no matter what. So we're going to say that it's not possible always until we prove that it is true. Okay. So in this situation here, I'm going to use the enumerate function because it's going to help us use index-based locations. So it's going to be really nice. We could say, we could say for index I and the value in our list. So we can say enumerate a list like that. We're going to say our new target is equal to target minus the value. Okay. So we're currently doing like if our target was 16, I'm subtracting 1 from it, so I have a new target. And then I'm gonna create a list that analyzes all this, which is very simple. We're gonna use our membership operator for this and some slicing. We're gonna say if a list starting from I plus 1 onwards, right? So that's gonna generate on all this, and if I was here, it's going to generate all that. Right? We're just using our slicing mechanism, and we're going to say if new target is in this slice version of our list, we can return true, and otherwise we can return false. And in the for loop here. All right, so let's analyze how this code works. Okay, so first and foremost, I is just going to be the index value, so it's going to start off at 0, and our value is going to be 1, which is grabbing this value 1 here. And we can now grab target minus that value to grab a new value of 15, and it's going to check from 1 plus all the way to the end. Is there a 15? If so, we get to return true. Otherwise, we grab a new value for I and a new value for value, and we repeat this process. So 15 didn't exist, so our I value will be at 1 now, so our value would be 3. And then since we're doing I plus 1 slice all the way to the end, we'll be analyzing this section with a new target value of 16 minus 3, which is 13. It'll be analyzing and seeing that 13 is right here. Therefore, we get to return true, and we don't return false. Okay, so for example, if we had like let's see, the highest number we can generate is 35. So if I were to ask for 36, this would be false. So let's try actually running this code. All right, so can 36 be made from two unique values here? No, because if we were to add the two largest value here, we only get 35, so 36 wasn't possible. But let's say we're trying to look for like 25, okay? 25 can be made from two unique values, yes, because if we were to add 3 and 22, right, that would make sense. If we were to add 12 and 13, that would make sense. So we would be able to make 25. That's very simple. Let's try if we can make 13 here. 13, yes, we can add 5 and 8 together. We can have 1 and 12 together. There are multiple variations that we can make, and it was very simple. Okay, so this is not the most efficient solution. This is actually a very inefficient solution. So this is where efficiency comes into play. And for a technical interview question, that would matter a lot because, well, first and foremost, you should be able to explain what each portion of your code is doing to the best of your abilities. But you should also be mindful of like, hey, like if we have this type of like knowledge about what the data set we're getting, then we should be able to make some optimization steps that we can take in this. So stay tuned for future videos where we actually revisit this problem and just try to improve upon it over and over again and really just get it to one of the best answers possible and so forth. But we're gonna set we're going to set the bar very low. Like we're going to say that this is one of the most inefficient solutions way to do this, but still solves the problem. And then in our future videos, we will be improving upon this solution and hopefully getting the same answers over and over again, because that's the point of refactoring. When we improve upon our code, we should still get the same output given the same input. Therefore, yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll be working on the improvement for this, but right now this works perfectly as intended. You know, you get to use the enumerate function, you get to use your knowledge with slicing to find that this is either possible or not. So that was that. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, stay classy.